waste management, cosmetics and dental industry. Referring to the delegations to Italian exhibition, I'm glad to inform you that starting from the next month of June, we will start selecting Ugandan companies from agriculture, mechanization sector and journalists that will be our guests at EIMA International 2024, to be held at the beginning of the next November in Bologna, in Italy. On this occasion, it was an honor to organize in collaboration with Federunacoma, the Italian Agricultural Machinery Manufacturers Federation, this press conference and a mission to Uganda of some of the most representative Italian agricultural machinery manufacturers. That, here with us, will follow a B2B agenda in the afternoon and tomorrow morning. Mr. Fabio Ricci, that is sit here with us, Deputy Director General of Federunacoma, will tell you everything about EIMA in a few moments. I leave the floor to His Excellency, the Italian Ambassador to Uganda, Mauro Massoni. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. All protocol observed. I am Mauro Massoni. I am the new Italian Ambassador here in Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. I arrived here in Kampala almost 2 months ago, and I have just presented my credential to your President. It is a pleasure for me attending to the presentation in Uganda of EIMA, the International Exposition of Machinery for Agriculture and Gathering. EIMA is held every 2 years in Bologna, in Italy, and we already had the chance to present this important fair 2 years ago, always here in Protea. This trade fair is an extremely popular event, leading industry decision makers, retailers and buyers visit it to gain knowledge and learn about the latest innovations. The show, in its last edition, welcomed more than 2,000 exhibitors and more than 300,000 visitors. During EIMA, any kind of products from machinery to fertilizer to irrigation system will be displayed, giving to the participants a clear idea of the Italian reproductive system. I'm very pleased that the organizer, the presidents of Federunacoma, Maria Teresa Mastro, Fabio Ricci, director of Federunacoma, and Mr. Riccardo Zucconi, director of the Italian Trade Agency in Addis Ababa, decided to choose Uganda for this event of presentation. Uganda is a country where agriculture and farming have a crucial role and where the mechanization and technological innovation in agriculture represent one of the main priorities of the government. I'm very proud to say that Italy is a leading country in the field of agricultural machineries. Our companies are recognized worldwide for their cutting-edge technology, and I'm confident that Italian firms, some of them are represented today here, could play a key role also in Uganda, providing long-lasting and reliable equipment to Ugandan farmers. Let me recall that last October, together with State Minister for Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fishery, Honorable Guido, represented today by Engineer Francis Vanelova of the Ministry of Agriculture, the delegation of Federunacoma and the Italian Trade Agency made a field visit in the district of Iganga, in eastern Uganda, visiting as well the Referral Agricultural Mechanization Center of Namalere. Our delegation went to Uganda because we are currently working on a project of a future mechanization center where young Uganda farmers could train and develop their skill using Italian machineries, especially for the cultivation of maize and other local crops. Allow me also to recall the success of the Italia-Africa Summit, which took place last January in Rome. Prime Minister Honorable Rubina Nabanja was representing President Museveni. On the sideline of the summit, the Prime Minister has had a fruitful meeting with our Deputy Prime Minister, Antonio Tajani, with a specific focus on agricultural innovation and added value to the production, especially coffee production. The Mattei plan that was launched during the summit by our Prime Minister will pave the way for new innovative collaboration between Italy and Uganda that could be implemented both by the public and the private sector. Let me conclude my intervention giving the floor to the organizers that will give you more technical details on the fair and on Italian technologies. I sincerely thank Federunacoma, the Italian trade agency, and the Italian and Uganda companies for their participation to today's events. And I wish a fruitful interaction during the upcoming B2B meeting and an increasing participation of Uganda companies to EIMA, which will take place in Bologna this year in the month of November. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador Mauro Massoni. Now we give the floor to Fabio Ricci that will explain everything about EIMA participation, EIMA Trade Show 2024.
Good morning to everyone. I'm very pleased and glad to be back again here in Kampala after almost 2 years. And I would like first of all to thank the Ambassador Mauro Massoni for his presence today, and the Director of Italian Trade Agency in Addis Ababa, Riccardo Zucconi, who is responsible also for Uganda, for organizing this event, this business mission with some Italian companies that I would like also to thank for joining this event. I would like to share with you, first of all, some quick information related to Federunacoma, and then a preview related to the upcoming EIMA International. Federunacoma is the Italian Federation of Agricultural, Gardening, Machinery and Equipment, and Breed. Within the Federation we have 7 associations covering all technologies used in the in-field activities, from soil preparation up to harvesting the products. So we are the first sector of the agribusiness value chain in Italy, because we have 2 other different associations representing processing and packaging of agricultural products. Within these 7 associations, we have manufacture of tractors, all implements and equipment, mounted or towed by tractors, components, garden equipment, as well as digital and electronic applications in agricultural equipment for precision farming, agriculture 4.0, IoT, robots as well. And last but not least, we cover also the irrigation sector. It's very crucial and important for farming. Currently we have 340 companies, member of Federunacoma. They account for 80% of domestic production, and our sector is an export-oriented sector, as more than 70% of our production is exported to more than 180 countries. We have some here we have some statistical data related to the turnover registered in 2022. It was a record-breaking year. We exceeded 15 billion euro, and you can see also the share among all merchandise sectors related to agricultural equipment, tractors and components and garden machinery. As you can see, over the last 2 years, 2021, 2022, the Italian turnover of agricultural machinery increased by 2 digits, even after the pandemic. Here you have a slide representing the market area destinations of Italian exports of tractors and agricultural machinery. Africa represents 4% of our exports, and in 2022 the Italian exports of agricultural machinery increased by 16%. According to the latest figures issued by the Italian Statistical Institute, we already exceeded the 6.5 billion of euro in the first 11 months of 2023. So we expect to exceed 7 billion of euro in 2023 for Italian exports. Let's have a look to Italian export to Uganda. Uganda in 2021 we exported almost 2 million of euro of agricultural equipment. We have a light slowdown of Italian exports in 2022 by 30%. Anyway, the first three product categories we export to your country are livestock husbandry, accounting for 46%, sowing, transplanting and manuring equipment, representing 50%, and meat processing machinery, representing 4%. Euro in Uganda in 2023. We don't still have the final data. Anyway, for the upcoming 4 years period, the 2024-2027, the domestic market is expected to increase every year by 8% in terms of the import of machinery, agricultural machinery. Uganda, among the East African community countries, is the second destination market for the Italian technologies. First one is Kenya, and the third one is Tanzania. And let's talk about features of the Italian agricultural machinery industry. First of all, we are third country in the world in terms of turnover, overall turnover of agricultural machinery. But definitely the first one in terms of the widest range of agricultural machinery equipment offered in the market. Why? Because all companies, Italian companies, are small and medium enterprises. So far, they are flexible and capable to adapt and modify their production according to the local conditions in terms of soils and specific crops. As well as so far we are just a bespoke industry to meet the diverse needs in agriculture, and we can offer machinery working in flatland, in the hilly and mountain croplands, because the first demand was in Italy, in our country. We have the morphology of our territory is very different, so we needed to develop and produce machinery for every soil conditions. We are the global leader in so-called specialized mechanization, small and medium mechanization, used for specialty crops. When we talk about specialty crops, we refer to fruit and vegetables, the so-called high added value crops. We can offer, of course, technologies for open field crops like forage, oilseeds, cereals, but the core business of the Italian industry is much more focused on small and medium mechanization. In 2022, the share of the specialty crops output value in Italy was about 73% out of the overall agriculture output value produced in Italy. So you can see how is important the contribution of specialty crops production to the overall production in agriculture and farming. And the use of land is really less than 73%. It's about 15%. Italy is exporting also to more than 100 countries because we do not export only technology, but we take care about customers in terms of training, after-sales services, and spare parts provision. I will just go very quickly about this, the following 4 slides representing really samples of technologies applied for vegetable production, fruit production, grains and oilseed production, and forage production. We have hundreds, thousands of equipment, different, they are diverse and different according to the all crops you can grow in the land. Anyway, just to give an idea what technologies Italy can provide to world farmers. Let's have a look to the world market of agricultural machinery and the outlook of a global production, agricultural production. In this slide, you can see the growing demand for tractor sales over the period 2015 and 2022. So there was an increasing demand, and we moved from 1.9 million tractors to 2.5 million in 2022. So agricultural machinery are fundamental in every production context and for every agricultural business model. And this is why we experience the growing demand in this time. Even in the dramatic period where we faced the pandemic, the primary sector was one of the most resilient economic sector in the world, everywhere. And after the pandemic, we had an increase in the demand of agricultural machinery, especially in 2021 and 2022, because there were a lot of investments in farming. This slide shows a chart taken by FAO, and you can see that the medium-long-term trend remains positive. So according to FAO, the next 9 years, so far we're talking about 2032, the exploitation of land for agricultural use is expected to increase overall, an average, by 15%. And we have a different increase depending on the regional areas. So the highest increase will be in India, Sub-Saharan Africa by 24%, followed by the Near East and North Africa, 17%, and the Asia Pacific region, 14%. Of course, if the exploitation of the land is increasing, there will be an increase in demand in agricultural machinery. Just to remind you that by introducing agricultural mechanization, you do not only increase yields, you can reduce the agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizers, and chemicals, and you can also preserve the soil, fight the climate changes, and be friendly with the environment, with the latest technologies. EIMA International. Federonagoma is organizing EIMA International in Bologna, the north of Italy, since 1969. From 2006, the event changed to be every other year. The past was an annual event. And the next edition is scheduled in November this year, 2024. EIMA International is the second largest show in the world for agriculture mechanization, but definitely the first one for specialized mechanization and as an international feature, because we almost 80% of our visitors are coming from 150 countries. It's a B2B show. It's a place where all stakeholders, manufacturers, importers, distributors, dealers, researchers, universities can share their contribution for the development of the primary sector. Here you have the latest edition's record numbers. As I said before, almost 330,000 visitors, 40 from Uganda, some of them hosted by Italian trade agency. This is the new promotional campaign. This year we named EIMA International the Innovation Factory, so where everyone can give their contribution to the current challenges in agriculture, like productivity, sustainability, safety at work, digitalization, robotization, as well as green generations. We are promoting EIMA in the world. You can see the list of countries where we are going to organize press conferences and events to launch EIMA International 2024, including Uganda. As I said before, the core of the exhibition is internationalization, and this year we will benefit from some governmental funds capable to host 450 business people and journalists from over 8 countries, Uganda included. So there will be some Ugandan people, business people, coming to EIMA, visit the show, and having B2B meetings with Italian exhibitors. At the same time, Federal Government is also promoting this show towards the European Associations of Dealers and the European Association of Farmers, as well as inviting some institutional officials and authorities like ministries of agriculture, Director General of Mechanization for some foreign countries, and we really would like to host the Minister of Agriculture in Uganda to visit and to meet this meeting with the federal government. Applications for this edition started at the end of November last year. We already exceeded 1,500 exhibitors. They applied already for the show. 450 are foreigner exhibitors, and you can see also a list of national pavilions already confirmed at EIMA International. Within the show we have 5 showcases. Starting from the left, EIMA Componenti, dealing with the components, representing more or less 1/3 of the show. EIMA Digital, launched the last edition 2022, dealing with all electronic and digital applications applied in agricultural farming. EIMA Energy, dealing with all machinery processing biomasses residues from agriculture to produce renewable energy. EIMA Green, dealing with the garden equipment. And the last one, Hydrotech, is a new showcase dealing with the irrigation systems and technologies and accessories. EIMA, one of the strong points of EIMA is the specialization. What does it mean? EIMA is is not a mix of all merchandise sectors. At EIMA, you have for each sectors some specific pavilions. So far, you don't need to visit all the show if you are only focused on some specific sectors. It's not only a static show, it's a dynamic show. We have the 4 confirmed outdoor area. Starting on the launch, the EIMA Social Reward is a new contest addressed to all exhibitors who are planning the best social media to promote the show. EIMA is not only a show for agricultural machinery and technologies, but it also shines a spotlight on the major and the economic political issues, as we have more than 160 seminars, workshops, press conferences that will take place at EIMA. On the left you can see the already confirmed forums with the topic we are going to discuss during EIMA. We are also, the Club of Bologna is a sort of a group of professors on agricultural mechanization coming from different parts of the world, and during EIMA they are going to hold a meeting and discussing the future trends and topics related to agricultural mechanization in every part of the world. This is the campaign. I believe that everyone got this leaflet related to EIMA International 2024. Before watching a short video clip related to the last edition, let me remind you that at the end of May you can register free of charge in the website of EIMA International and get the electronic tickets, because it's free for foreign business people. And we are setting up the new website in Italian, in English, and other languages, foreign languages, at the end of March. So we have a fully comprehensive English section to aim for EIMA International. And please try to come to EIMA, visit the show, get a better knowledge about the Italian technologies, because we really believe that the Italian technology is the most suitable, high quality, reliable technology for the African markets, made up of smallholder farmers. That's it, and I would like to share with you the 2-minute video clip related to EIMA International.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Protea, representing Barbieri Company. And as you might guess from my name, I'm unusual Italian. I'm proudly sharing the two cultures, African and Italian. Before giving a brief overview of our company, I would like to thank all of you for attending this meeting. And I would like to thank His Excellency the Ambassador for his remarks, and extend a big thanks to Fabian. Thank you for shedding light on the significance of the EIMA for the agribusiness, particularly in agriculture mechanization. EIMA, as it has been said, is a premier exhibition showcasing global excellence in agriculture machinery every 2 years. My own experience attending the EIMA dates back in 2006. It was for me an unforgettable, overwhelming experience at that time. Sensations that EIMA has been able to generate in me every edition since then. So I'm sure it will be for you as well. And I'm confident it will be the same. Now I would like to play a short video highlighting our production facility before getting into our company presentation and the products we're keen to introduce in the country. So Barbieri has been since the beginning a pioneering company in agriculture equipment since its establishment in 1958. And since then we never stopped innovating and giving our important contribution to the agricultural mechanization development. Throughout our journey, we've introduced various machines tailored mostly for small-scale farmers. Barbieri started his journey as a key player in the sector with the production of walk-behind tractors. These are some of the milestones of the company. So over the time we kept evolving our range of walk-behind tractor and gradually expanded our offering. In 1975 we started producing our first four-wheel driven tractor, compact ones, which has been discontinued recently to get more focus on much more modern machine. In 1995 we started the production of mowers, right ones. In 2010, the company acquired SEP, which was one of the major competitors at that time in walk-behind machine, just to strengthen our position in the market. In 2012, the company decided to get into the tractor business but this time by starting a collaboration with one of the well-known brands, the Japanese Hideki. Recently, we started being more focused on developing a new range of products, which is the remote control machines. Our main facility is housing nearly 50 employees, situated in the north of Italy, in Vicenza province, of the northeastern side of Italy, producing about 5,000 units annually. So, Barbieri specializes in manufacturing agricultural machinery, keys for first mechanization, addressing the needs of the small-scale farmers and family-owned businesses, like the majority in regions like in Uganda. Our work behind machines offers a versatility capable of accommodating different implements for tasks ranging from soil preparation to harvesting, even serving as a mode of transportation when it's needed. So when we talk about two-wheel tractors, so it's a machine which can replace different machines, as you can detach and attach implements at any time. The machine can work with front and rear implements by simply turning the steering column 180 degrees. So you can fit one type of cultivator and the other one a cultivar for harvesting, for example. This flexibility is proven to maximizing the productivity, improving the life of the lifestyle of farmers with a limited budget, and consequently mitigating the rural-urban migration. In conclusion, allow me to emphasize some of the key strengths of Barbieri, as you can see here. So 65 years of experience and a track record of successful collaboration with international partners in tractor distribution and agriculture equipment. We do have a market-driven approach, leveraging our history, our heritage, and expertise to meet any evolving market demands. We do have an in-house development of all our machines, ensuring rigorous quality control throughout internal research and development. Well, we do have a strong commitment to after-sales service, collaborating with reputable companies to ensure always to ensure end users receive a top customer support. So I reached the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will be more than happy to address any of your inquiries later on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And before giving the floor to the following company, I would like to thank the ambassador of Italy, Mauro Tommasi, that has got to attend to an important meeting at the ministry. Thank you. Thank you very much. Teresa Maschio from the company Mascar.
Yes. Good morning to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I am the owner of Mascar. I share this big job with my brother, but the company has been founded by my father. I just want, before to start, to send a small video just to give an idea.
My name is Andrea Bertellini. I'm actual manager in a company, ad-hoc company ACMIS, in charge of Latin America, Sub-Saharan Africa, and Oceania. And I want to share with you a brief video of our company. Yeah, with 350 dealers worldwide. We are a global leader in the development and manufacture of advanced irrigation system, hose reel, pivots, motor pump unit, and genset. Our production is yeah, our production is about 5,000 hose reel per year, 1,600 motor pump units per year, and 400 pivots per year. Pivots, linear, and hyperdrome. Everyone knows that one of the greatest challenges facing us today is to irrigate in a conscious and innovative way. Irrigate in a way that is valid and effective, saving water and therefore money. Starting from now, Africa plays a fundamental role in the future of our business. The world must be fed. And knowing that our products every day improve the life of many people, let me say, is a source of great pride, great pride. So, thank you. And keep in mind, thanks to Africa, the sky is the only limit of our global growth.
Thank you very much, Andrea, and thank you very much to all the companies that were here to present their activities. Now it's the time for question and answers. I don't know if you have any questions, but we are here, and the companies are here as well to reply to your questions. Yes.
My question would be, have you, it's good technology, but have you done enough research? How sustainable is your technology or applicable to our needs or services? Because when you look at what has been done before, how long will it take us to cope up with your wide range of technology? Because it is the future, but how sustainable is it to fit into our needs or our demands? Thank you.
Good question. As I said before, one of the main feature of the Italian industry of agricultural machinery is listen to customers, to get even in the local conditions, because we know everyone that an agricultural machinery could not work in every regional area. You must adapt the technology to the soil conditions, to the, let me say, the size of plots, the specific crop, and we need also to integrate the technology with the agronomic practices because they run in a parallel way to use in a better way agricultural machinery. It's up to us to investigate, to talk with the local farmers, people, technicians, researchers, officials of the Ministry of Agriculture, in order to better understand how we can design and produce the most suitable solutions for your agriculture. And this is one of the strength points of Italian industry, because we don't make mass production. We are tailors. So we produce bespoke machinery. And this is why we export to more than 180 countries. And this is applicable to all countries, regardless they are mature markets or developing countries.
Yes, I would like to add to this matter that today here you can see high technology. You can see companies that have an high level of technology, but of course they can adapt their product. And there are other companies as well that can be able can are producing simpler machineries, and any one of them is able to modify their production to your own needs. Moreover, there must be a support from our country as well, just to hire your technology in Uganda. We are now realizing we are in the process of setting up a technology center in Jinja regarding the cultivation of maize with Italian technology. In that occasion, we will in the future train your trainers on the field with Italian machineries so that in a way you can request in the market the most suitable machineries for you. In the other way, we can train your trainers that can train farmers later to get a technology idea of cultivation of your crops. That's it. Other questions?
Last time invited me to attend Agribanke in Bali, and I had a chance to move around and see the Italian technology in agricultural farming. But what I saw more was that the rate of development is so high that change is too advanced as compared to where we are now in Africa. And as my brother mentioned, sustainability, uh, there will be a need to customize to match with the current trends in Africa. But also, what I saw was also the cost of the technology is still very high, unless there will be more support from the Italian government in terms of supporting the agriculture sector, in terms of agriculture leasing, working with local banks, agriculture leasing, agriculture lending. The technology is still far, far beyond what the ordinary farmer in Uganda can afford. Of course, it works well with other markets, Asia and Europe, because also the cost of what is produced is high. But the cost of food is here is very, very low, meaning that if you over invest in the agriculture machinery, you may not recover so fast in investment. Thank you so much.
To address your question, of course, I mean, the machines normally showcased during the exhibitions are mostly the latest one, belong to the latest technology. But bear in mind that most of the companies, they do have different segments of machines dedicated to different conditions and different standards. So that's based on my own experience. So don't think that you are that much behind, that you can that you still have a lot to catch up with the latest technology. For sure, the Italian companies they're there with their machines, with their range of products. They will be more than happy to provide even dedicated ones. I mean, something which I wanted to add to the previous question is that from the Italian side, I mean, that what I've been experienced over time. It's not a one direction interaction. It's always a two-way interaction. So we always listen to the market. We always listen to the fields, and normally we do adapt ourselves. We're pretty flexible.
Yes, I would like to add on this matter as well, for regarding to your question, that the Italian government is now projecting the Mattei plan. And in the Mattei plan, there are some activities that will be done towards this kind of countries.
the sub-Saharan countries, but the African countries in general, to develop their capacity in many, many, many aspects, just like starting from agriculture, as we're saying. And in that matter, there will be some line of credit and some financial products that can be used to meet your specification with the Italian machineries. We understand that the Italian machineries are the price of the Italian machineries is higher than other countries. We are well aware. On this matter, we highlight that yes, the price is higher, but they break less. You have assistance. You have many kind of regulation for operating, just like training, just like other plans with the machine. The price is high, but there would be line of credit to buy them as well. If the price is high, it means as well that you do not lose money for the broken machineries in the field. You don't lose money if when the machine is not working and is letting your people and your field not being attended in that moment. So it's time, it's price. There are many factors and many aspects that must be taken in consideration, in the right consideration. It depends on what you want.
My name is Geoffrey Okello. I am from Victoria Equipment Limited. We are the sole authorized dealers of Landini tractors in Uganda. I have three issues, but one has been handled on the issue of price, but let me highlight something small. There is a lot of competition from India, China, and Turkey regarding tractor implements. But Turkey have been able to tell us that there is a line of credit which the Italian government will be able to support some of our dealers who are here. So I'm not getting much into this because the question has been answered. My second issue is normally we have delays in terms of production time. If I place an order today, the factory may tell me I have to wait for 6 months, but my client down there cannot wait. Is there something we can do to cut on this production time? I've experienced it on the tractor sector. Vis-a-vis, if you are ordering maybe a tractor from China or India, the delivery time is normally really short, really very short. So I think that is it. Most of my questions have been addressed. The issue of production time and delivery.
We are aware that our main competitors come from the east part of the world. And you already mentioned the three main countries where competitors are coming from. As regards the credit line, I would like to remind you that through SACE, the Export Credit Agency in Italy, and Semester, you can apply for the supply credit to purchase an equipment. So it's a extraordinary tool where you can, let me say, pay the machinery by installments, and at the beginning only an advance payment by 15% of the sale price of equipment, and the remaining 85% can be paid by installments with an interest rate lower than the local one applied in your country. So this is a tool to purchase Italian equipment, because we are aware that we have the prices are higher than those one practiced by India, by China and Turkey. Be aware about the return on investment. because by purchasing a high quality equipment, you get a higher productivity, less consumption, no rundown time, it's fundamental in farming, as well as the less repair and maintenance of equipment and training. This is a fundamental also. Before setting up the agricultural machinery in the field, I'm pretty sure that our companies train people on how to use it, how to maintain, and how to repair it properly. So this is the asset of our industry. Regarding the delivery time, I'm pretty sure all over the world faced a sort of a delay in delivery time, let me say, starting from late 2021 up to 2023, because of shortage in components, chips, raw materials, logistic disruption, unfortunately the war between Ukraine and Russia, the latest conflict between Israel and Hamas, affected the geopolitical situation, the logistics, and also the supply chain. Nowadays, I know that the situation changed. The visibility of orders is shortened. Now it's, let me say, maximum 2 months. In the past was even 12 months for some equipment. There is a slowdown in the market at worldwide level so far, and of course it's also related to the specific situation related to the company.
We produce a lot of pineapples, we produce a lot of fruit which is wasted. It would be very, very prudent, or it would offer very big opportunity for Italians to produce value additional small machines for Ugandans. We produce a lot of, let's say, tomatoes. At one time, a box of tomatoes goes for 60,000. And at one time, it goes for 700,000, same quantity. So if we had those small machines that can turn tomatoes into tomato paste or pulp, Italians would be relevant to Ugandans. Kenya exports pineapples, but the pineapples are grown in Uganda here. You go to duty-free shops in Arab countries and you find pineapples exported by Kenya. Kenya has that technology we don't have. So the Kenyans come here and buy pineapples, take them, they make Bellamount juice and what, and export to the world. We could do that if you help us. And as a winemaker, Italy you make wine from grape only. Uganda is rich. I make 12 different types of wine from jackfruit, guava, pineapple, pomegranate, lemon, mention it. But how do I process the excess? Like we import grape skin from South Africa and to turn our wine red or to use as an additive. But Italy produces a lot of grapes. We could import grape from Italy, but the chain is broken. There is no chain between the simple Ugandan and the Italian. So if that chain is, there is a link between the ordinary Ugandan and you Italians, the Italians would be very relevant to us. We have a problem with the packaging materials. Bottling wine is a challenge. Italians bottle their wine since time immemorial. We have a challenge in the packaging material. Those are the small things we need that would help us to have a very good Italian cooperation. And when it comes to line of credit, let it come down. Because when it deals intergovernmental, sometimes intergovernmental does not reach down. Sometimes governments have different agendas. But if it reaches down and the people can be able to access it, we would love Italy more and we would buy more Fiat and we would buy more of Italian goods. Thank you very much.
I agree with you in all what you said. I just want to highlight that the Italian Trade Agency is trying to help the country to see more Italian during these events. For example, we were organizing Protea East Africa in Kenya. We were organizing AgroFood in Ethiopia, and we were trying to invite as much as possible Ugandan agriculture and processing company from Uganda. The problem is that there is no international trade show here in Uganda that could attract Italian companies to exhibit on the market. In this occasion, we were able to bring here in Uganda just the manufacturers of agricultural machineries. We are planning in future to do the same thing about Italian companies that are in the process and in the cold chain and in the logistic and in the packaging industry as well, so that you can experience all the news that are coming from Italy. And maybe we can give you and we can offer you the machineries that are suitable for you to process and to add value on your products. Because I agree with you that a lot of fruit here is going to be wasted, it's not to be sold, it's not going to be processed, and the cost of the product, of the agricultural product, if you do not add any kind of value, is quite low. I agree with you. We are working for this as well, and we are working with the Italian government to change the approach to the foreign markets, just like this one, to have a system, a whole system that can come and can propose products, machineries, facilitation on credit as well, and because we believe that our history, Fiat, is a great history, and we would like to make it great again. Thank you.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Which relates to the request I want to make to the companies. I own a Caffini sprayer. And for the last 4 years, my Caffini sprayer for my orchard is sitting because I just lack some parts. I've written to the company in Italy. They've responded to me once, twice. And even then, when I got a response, the cost of shipping, just small nozzles, enormously high. Now, why do I bring that example? I have seen a Masco planter. I think I actually used it. Someone rented me a Masco planter last season when I was doing maize, the planter. But the critical thing, I think, and that's the suggestion I want to make to the companies that are here, is that for you to operate out of Italy, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell any products. I think you need to begin thinking about locating here. John Deere is in Uganda. Case International is in Uganda. Landini has representation and many of these others. If you do not think about having a presence here, it's going to be very, as some people have said, it's going to be very difficult for you to sell here. And I think working with the Italian trade agency, you can think about a common space where you can products that Barbieri is doing, and particularly for smallholder farmers. I am not a smallholder farmer by any basic definition, but I believe, and I'm hoping that, I thought I heard that there's somebody from the Ministry of Agriculture. I know that we have a bit of a conflict in this country where we try to argue the case for production by the masses, that is the smallholders, or mass production, that is the big boys who are doing 3, 4, 5, 1,000 acres and above. I believe in production by the masses, and I think your equipment should find its way somewhere here. And maybe you need to engage with the Ministry of Agriculture. I am one of those that has really criticized the purchase of tractors and giving them to groups in the villages. For many reasons. I have machinery, but I don't rent them out to the smallholders for the simple reason that their gardens are not clean. They don't uproot trees. They cut the trees and the stumps are hanging there. So for me to send out my tractor there and lose a tire of 5 million shillings doesn't make sense. And yet the walking tractors would do a greater job for these kind of people. So maybe you need to engage, with the Ministry of Agriculture. The walking tractors might be a better solution for smallholder farmers, instead of looking at the tractors that are being supplied that still face the same. Besides the maintenance aspects of it are really. So adding to what I said earlier on, make your presence, but engage with government that has some of these schemes that are intended to benefit the nationals. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are connecting to your Ministry of Agriculture just to propose projects together. And so I was talking about the training center about maize. It could be one, but there could be two, or maybe we could change the subject of cultivating crops. So we are facing the country in this way, as you said. We are beginning. I know that we were maybe in the past losing time, people, Turkish people and Chinese people, to fill the gaps. We are here to help you to have a choice of a different kind of mechanization, a different kind of future for your crops and your orchard and your activities in regarding agriculture. I believe that in future, we will, today I have to go talking to the ambassador, thinking about this year and next year promotional program, and I would love to do it I would like to program our activities, adding value like credit or other meetings with the Ministry of Agriculture in Uganda, to see other paths to follow for the new mechanization in Uganda. Thank you.
Vuoi rispondere tu, poi aggiungo io. Just to bring back the example you made with this prayer, with you are owning and for which you are not getting papers, that's really something disappointing. Something we are normally doing is that we try to get represented by reputable companies with their own organized their own workshop. They can provide after sales. And normally what we do in every country, in every market we get in, is to appoint distributors where they can acquire, together with the machines, even some spare parts. Because definitely we can't let the machine down in the field and sit for more than, as we said, how many years, which is not contributing to the cause of introducing Italian products into the market.
Yeah.
But definitely, this the aim is to we're looking to find out some good distributors, organize ones, and provide the right after sales together with the service.
It was also my reply, just to highlight what Abdel was saying now, that the main target for Italian manufacturer is looking for a representative distributor or importer. Train these people, providing after-sales services and maintenance and spare parts. Probably what occurred, unfortunately, with the Italian company was a direct sale, I suppose. And then this is why, unfortunately, you have to pay much more for getting spare parts directly from Italy instead from the local distributor. The common warehouse is a good suggestion, and of course it's up to the Italian manufacturer to set up a common warehouse logistic warehouse where to distribute spare parts. And yes, walkie tractors are the most suitable equipment for smallholder farmers. But let me say at the same time that think about also service centers, cooperatives, in order to rent agricultural machinery, like two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive tractors.
We deal in mushroom cultivation. Thank you, our people from Italy. Thank you, my colleagues. For us, the mushroom cultivators or growers, many challenges that most of the times we fail to address. It's something that can be done within a period of 30 days from process one to the last process. But we find it difficult to keep our outgrowers or our other farmers. First of all, the first challenge that we have the challenge of storage, we have the challenge of packaging, we have the challenge of having one species that is grown in Uganda, that's the mushrooms. You find that, let's say the five-star hotels, if they are to get the white button mushrooms, they go and import from Kenya. That's a very big challenge. Or if you want to learn how to grow different species, you have to travel to China, you have to travel to India, you have to travel to different countries, but not here in Uganda. So we'd like you to help us and have some facilities that are going to help the mushroom growers. The second thing is about the irrigation. Also use irrigation by the mushroom cultivation, even value addition. We find that mushrooms, they are given to different patients, let's say that the diabetic patients, those with a high blood pressure, etc. But you find that the only thing you can get out of mushrooms, it's fresh, the products you have fresh, dry, baby powder. But there is a lot that can be done. Another thing is about keeping our outgrowers. We find that we train like 100 people in a certain region, most of them pick interest to do mushroom growing. So this is something that can be done within a month and someone is harvesting money. But because of no facilities, like if you want to produce seeds, you find you have to go and look for someone who is in Uganda or someone who is in Kampala, meaning that someone who is in a deep village, let's say in Kabale or in Solo, would give up on growing mushrooms. Thank you so much.
Yes, unfortunately, as I said in my presentation, as a Fedunacoma, we cover all technologies up to harvesting the products. So for processing and packaging of agricultural products, we must address your request to two different associations dealing with the processing equipment, plants, cold chain technologies, and storage, as well as packaging. we are not dealing with this technology as Fettumatom, unfortunately, but we'll keep into consideration your request and transfer to the other two associations. Sorry about that.
Yes, I would like to add a desk here in Kampala at the embassy, and my colleagues Lydia and Betty are working for us. So any request about that cannot be satisfied in this occasion because we only have the Federal Association here. For other sectors, just like processing or whatever, we can put you in touch with the right association or with the right companies that can solve your problems. Thank you.
Dealing in hands of avocado and macadamia. So far, our company has planted over 200 acres of hands of avocado and macadamia 128. We have, as a country, we started planting as of 2018. It's quite a new crop, but it has potential to change the economy of the country and the region at large. Right now, the country has planted has given seedlings over 62,000. But we have one problem in the country that can be solved and the region and the country can benefit, that is irrigation. They have over 700 outgrowers. They can't afford irrigation. Me personally, who has 250 acres of avocado planted, they can't afford irrigation. But we are so privileged as a country that we have two rainy seasons and we can do a lot. So what I'm trying to suggest is there a way the Italian trade agency can help in giving out irrigation systems for the next 5 years? After that, we will be in position to propagate many things. For example, we can set up oil factory. We can also be in position to export fruit. We can also do avocado juice. Those ones who have had the opportunity to be in Italy, they know this. And House of Avocado is a gold plant. If you haven't tried one, maybe you can come and give you one and you see. So, Andrea, I want to sell you a deal that this country is so privileged and the climate is good. We have two rain seasons. Mexico, the leading country in the world, has only one, has planted over 600 acres. But we can beat them the next 10 years as long as we have irrigation. So I'm looking forward to strike a partnership with you and involve some government agencies like NATS to help achieve this. Thank you.
As my presentation, we have to face we have big climate changes, and so thanks to an advanced irrigation way, we can offer the possibility to have an important yield of crops. And for instance, we have started with the University of Bologna that with a correct irrigation, the yield for the potatoes, the yield is 300% more. Okay, the tomato is 200% more. The corn, maize is 250% more. Okay? So our company is dedicated to the advanced irrigation system. We are specialized and we are global leader in the fact of pulse drill pivots. We haven't the drip irrigation at the moment. Because the drip irrigation, I know that it's very, very well known and cheaper than other products, but at the same time is risky because you cannot control
every complete line. For instance, I was last at the beginning of this week. We were in Tanzania, and I heard that they irrigate area like 3,000 hectares of sugar cane by the drip irrigation. But, it's risky. We know we have to find the right way to cooperate. We know very well that our global goal for the next few years is to feed the world. And we well know that Africa as a, is the only one, the country that can give this opportunity to work. So we know as OCMIS, we are every day that's with the authorities, with the government, with clients to try to find the right strategy to improve our product because, for instance, we manufacture, we were known that the clients are not, we have Australia, for instance, that starts to have a good irrigation starting from 1 hectare, 1.5 up to 200 hectares, 2,000 hectares. Okay, and we have the white products for each single needs. So, but I totally agree with you. We have to find the right way to distribute our product. Thanks maybe with the helps of the government, the Italian Trade Agency, or federal Macoma. Um, okay.
Yes, regarding the financiation is always the same problem, meaning that Italian government is with Plan Mattei will open some line of credits that can be suitable for irrigation.
And Properties Limited. I head that institution, and we are engaging with smallholder farmers, providing them with agricultural mechanization solutions since 2016. And on top of that, we also import the compact tractors from India as the sole dealers of the captain tractors. And as I talk, I have a lot of experience as in terms of working with the low-income people, and we have models that we have been able to test in partnership with some government agencies. And we have some output out of that, out of which that I would say is that we lack a lot of manpower to operate the machinery, especially the compact tractors. And we've, through the partnerships that we have, we've been able to skill some of the youth. Now, I'd like to understand what the Italian Trade Agency has done to identify the local players in this mechanization space, targeting the big population of farmers in Uganda. And if so, what are those initiatives that you could briefly talk about, and we identify the areas of cooperation? Thank you.
Market, meaning that we just arrived here 2 years ago, and with one person in the office at the embassy that was dealing with all sectors. And during this period, we were able to organize a sectoral note about agriculture that was sent to the Italian companies to let them know and let them understand all the kind of opportunities that they could find here. It is on the Italian side, I mean that, look, Uganda is here, they have a lot of producers, maybe it could be an opportunity for you to go there and see what's going on. This is regarding agriculture and Italian machinery. We are with monk fruit that is
a trade show in Italy that is exhibiting um, products from all over the world. And they have a special focus on Africa. So with the help of your local entrepreneur association, we were involving some local producers to go to Fruit and exhibit their product there, because we believe that it's not just question of selling machineries, but it is matter of buying fruit from you. You know that 35% of Ugandan coffee is going to Italy. So that's why we are nervous sometimes. Was just a joke. So the other steps we were taking is to let you know EIMA, to let you know some Italian companies on the sector of agriculture. And we are, as we said before, we are in touch with your Ministry of Agriculture to set up technological center that can train your farmers to have some mechanization techniques for their crops. Another thing that was done is let Ugandan people participate to Lapinova with a focus on agro, where our colleagues from Italy and some teachers from Italy were teaching, were having classes about marketing of agricultural products. So how to sell them, how to combine the production with the selling in a marketing perspective. So in 2 years, I believe we were starting to do all of the things, but as you can understand, I'm in Addis Abeba. We only have 2 people now because we were beginning with one, and but since we are believing in the country, I hopefully in a few years think that we will have an office as well, a proper office that could take care about marketing the proper way. Thank you.
Everyone. I started Entrepreneurs Association where I am a member who invited me, and I welcome the Italians and bonjour. Bonjour.
Grazie, buongiorno.
I just came from Italy last week. I'm St. Prudence of Unica, the producer of better wines and better juices, the best in the whole world. I was in Macfruit last year. That's where I got some of your brothers who got much interested in my wine, together with some Africans there, and I was invited in Napoli recently, and I got 4 awards. I've just come back. I won 4 awards in big wine. What? This big wine award of 2024 from Napoli. So the challenge we have is the machinery to produce enough for the whole world. The one I said is the best in the whole world. I thank my brother so much who has also started adding value to other fruits. I was now started adding value to fruits to make wine. But the challenge we have also with the Italians, they say, oh, we cannot call it a wine because it's not from grapes. I want you to tell your brothers also that wine was created by man, not by God. So it is a man who discovered that wine can come from grapes, but we have discovered that wine can come from other fruits. So I want to take that message because I've put in a lot of work. I started going to Italy in 2015 in Milano Expo. You know Milano Expo, which happened in Italy after 5 years. I attended it, and the Italians liked my wine. I again went to Milano last year. I met the mayor. He got to mobilize some people. They liked the wine, and I went ahead and went Fruit. where you also attended, and where I'm going again this May. So you have a voice bigger than ours to tell your brothers that wine is made by human being, and it is our innovation that other fruits can make wine. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I have to admit my ignorance. I never tasted it. I would love to do it.
I have it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to it.
We're going to taste it.
To taste.
I've never tasted it.
Me too.
Me too. I never tasted wine from fruits. But anyway, we are not competitors because we make wine from grapes. We make wine from fruits. No, by the way, what we can help, of course, as Federal to provide you with equipment used in orchards, of course. Technologies for processing from the fruits to get wine, for fermenting, for everything. They represent you can find in Macfruit. At EIMA International, you can find all equipment used in orchards, like small tractors, like mowers, weeders, pruners, sprayers. So there are a lot of equipment you can use in orchards. We use in apple orchards, pears, apricots in Italy. So a grape, of course. Peaches. Yes, peaches.
I'm Engineer Francis Wanelopa from the Ministry of Agriculture and Modern Industry and Fisheries. My key role today was actually to listen and take back feedback about what is going on today. But I would like to make some comments. The ministry has as top priority improving production and productivity, and one of the key aspects is through mechanization and irrigation, as an unavoidable fact of how to improve production and productivity. Of course, in addition to aspects like disease control and etc., pests and diseases and etc., and marketing and all these aspects. The gaps in mechanization are enormous. Uganda has just slightly over 6,000 tractors registered since independence. And we can see, and that is including all the broken down ones, and including the big players and individuals and everybody. So the gap is very big, and this is where the opportunity lies in most of the producers. The engagements we've done with the Italian Development Agency and other Italian players and others from other countries involves what suggestions have come up from here, that it is very difficult to market products which you will have to look for from Italy. The engagement has largely been that we get either assembly processes here in Uganda, but also working towards production, maybe of some of the components. First, because the cost of production can really go down other than the initial production costs or setup costs. If we have the plants, the machinery being processed here, being assembled here, and maybe components of the tractors and other equipment being produced here, would definitely be cheaper. But we are doing these engagements with the Italian Development Corporation and others. About someone commented about between the mass production and smallholder production. Very good comments. It is a dilemma that the ministry has had to deal with, striking the balance between supporting the smallholders and the big boys has been a bit difficult. Now the ministry encourages us as players in the sector to make contributions towards suggestions how we can improve. One of the improvements has been in how these schemes that try to cut down, that try to get these structures within the farming communities can be done. Who accesses the tractors that are available? There was also a comment about the working tractors. We have a lot of working tractors. Unfortunately, they are not from Italy yet. Most of them that we've been working with, their country of origin is Thailand. But of course, we also have that balance between quality and cost. Now, it is very difficult to try to increase rapidly when the cost is very high. And that is something we've discussed and we are engaging with time on how to cut the cost of the tractors that come into Uganda, whether single axle or the four-wheeled tractors. That is ongoing. Irrigation, the same challenges, the cost vis-a-vis the quality of what is on the market. But one of the interactions we've had has largely been the capacity to operate, manage, and maintain. We are doing a lot of training. Maybe we can improve, we can get ideas on how to improve on how to do these trainings and how to build capacity. Because I'll give a small funny example. Farmer groups come together and it is thought that they can be supported to improve production with a tractor, a four-wheeled tractor, of whichever type. Then when the tractor, we get operators, usually about two operators for each tractor. When they are trained and they go down within the communities, after 1 week, usually 1 week is very long, but after 1 week, between 1 week and 2 months, you'll find 50% of those trained operators are not the ones operating the tractors. Why? The operators have disagreed with the groups. And what is the reason? The demand for the operators is much higher on the market than we can push out. So one of the things in this capacity building, when we are setting up these centers, we have mechanization centers. We've discussed with the Italian trade agents and the Italian government about supporting setting up these mechanization centers to improve capacity both for tractors, other machinery, and irrigation, so that we have technicians, we have a supply chain, and we are able to move forward in a more organized way. Starting is difficult, and I can say we've just started a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3, in terms of trying to push up the mechanization and irrigation. But we accept that there could be a lot of gaps in how we are doing it, and we call upon you to come and support us to improve through concepts, through ideas, and through practices from experience. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for your intervention. I just want to, I know that there are some 2-wheel tractors, grand tractors in the country already, but the ones we are proposing are versatile ones. We are not talking about that transmission and heavy to run ones. The ones we provide are multi-purpose. So it's like equipped with a real PTO, the same as a tractor. You detach one implement and you attach another one. Something which you can't do with the ones you import from Taiwan. And they're coming from old concepts of Japanese one, that we copied by Chinese later on. But definitely the ones we provide in are multi-purpose, and they can fit so many needs. Not only work in the soil or other transport needs, but also so many others based on the equipment or the implements you attach. This is the main difference. And also something which I want to emphasize is the efficiency. So the transmission is made, it's an old bed here. While the 2-wheel tractors you refer to, the transmission is made by bed, which is, you can, for sure there are some engineers here and they can definitely get the get it different about it. Thank you.
To eat healthy and save money, which would be spent with the doctor. So among the products we do, we have wild palm seed coffee, Pirifuma. This one is good for your ligaments, your brain, your bones, etc., etc. And some people think it is also good for libido. We also do okra seed coffee. This is to replace the fresh okra, which is drunk by most people, but then there are also those who don't want it. So we do the coffee. It is also good for nutritional purposes, especially for managing inflammation, the body, pressure, sugar, among others. And it also balances female hormones. We do rosemary as a brain booster, among others, and anti-aging. And we do this lovely thing, the hibiscus. Hibiscus is rich in vitamin C, iron, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sodium, and the antioxidants. And it can be taken as a tea, as a juice, as a wine, as a jam, as a, you can name the list. And we also do ECC. Now, the challenge we have while we are touching base, and Uganda has very good fertile soils for growing hibiscus, is the harvesting technology. We want to become change makers by improving the technologies which are used in harvesting hibiscus, drying hibiscus, processing hibiscus, doing value addition in all that. Currently, we are trying a machine. We have not yet succeeded, just a small thing. And we need you, as Italians, to put your brains with us and we finish that. Or you give us the finished product, a harvester machine, which women can use, youth can use, and we will grow hibiscus and export. We also want the market there, because our hibiscus is special. If you test our hibiscus tea bag, you may not want to use another. I will offer you. Thank you.
So, thank you very much, everybody, for your presence. Thanks a lot for coming here in numbers attendees, and looking forward to talk to you later on. Thanks a lot.
As we are continuing with the B2B meeting, I would request the representative of the following companies to visit the registration desk. Engineering Solution,